Hey gang, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Although, I dare say that this has evolved a little bit more than just the Joe Boo Sports Report because this is really hunkering down central, trying to figure out how the heck we get through this mess together. And let's take a minute here. I lost my cool tonight. I'm under a little stress, being locked down because you thought about like last weekend was supposed to be the autograph signing at Chantilly, something that I've done every year since like 2012. And the last 4 years I'd seen Dak Prescott there. Got to see Dak there, of course. And well, that's kind of destroyed. And I guess that pales in comparison to all the people who are dealing with the virus that are sick and all the people that have died. So I guess actually that was kind of selfish. I always tell people, don't waste a day. If you got somebody you care about, you make sure you let them know. My daughter is across the country and I don't get to see her enough, but we text or talk on the phone every single day. And we always end it with, I love you, be careful, be safe, take care of things, I'm proud of you, all those things. Now more than ever, you realize that time is short and you don't necessarily have all the opportunities to do all the things that you want. So you got to make the most of your circumstances, no matter what they are. Sometimes in my life, I've gone through holy hell. I've almost died from a flesh-eating bacteria. I've had this leg right here burnt and skin grafted, okay? Literally. But I realize going through those bad times, being divorced, being bullied as a kid, that all of those experiences make up the person that I am today. And they make me appreciate the things that I have. Do I have all the things that I want in the world? No, not anywhere close. Have I done all the things in the world that I want to do? No. But it makes you appreciate what you do have. The funny thing about this burn, when it happened, I felt like, oh, this is the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, how could this happen to me? This is just so wrong. My leg is burned, it's scarred, it hurts so bad. Until I met the guy who was in the hospital next to me. Rome. His name was Mark too. And he was in a car explosion and was burned over 90% of his body. After seeing and meeting Mark, I realized how lucky I was. That's it? You mean I'm only burned on one leg like that? Man, I got it made. Because no matter how bad this may seem to you, that you're shut in, you can't go get your nails done or your hair done or your Botox, you know? Maybe you can't go out to dinner or go out on that date. There are millions and millions and millions of people that wish that they were in your position right now. And that's where you got to count your blessings. If you had a meal to eat, you're doing better than half the world. You got a roof over your head, you're doing a whole hell of a lot. Hell, even if you don't have toilet tissue while you're sitting on your toilet, you know how many people would be happy just to have a toilet? Be thankful for each and every day. And make sure you tell everybody that you love how you feel about it. This thing is, maybe it's leveling off in New York, which is great because that's the epicenter of the world right now. But there's other areas that are going to be peaking and becoming hot spots. I know Baltimore and D.C. and some places around D.C., are about to have some spikes that are real close to me. And maybe you don't have one of those spikes, or maybe you only have a case or two here and there. That's more the reason for you to keep your ass at home. So that way, it don't come to your area. And you'll get back to life sooner than later. Now for our Dallas Cowboys, well, they're going to be all right, one way or the other. We'll have to wait and see if there's going to be a season this year. The one thing I know about people is technology has a way of saving us. People now are working on things that, because of survival, and generally speaking, when shit hits the fan, you're more motivated to come up with a solution than when you're not. I think we're going to be okay. Don't really have too much to talk about tonight. Just kind of chilled out. I kind of lost my cool a little bit. I'm not the brightest bulb in the package. I'm not going to say I'm a genius or I'm very smart or anything like that. I have my own theories on things and things the Cowboys should do and so on. Some of them are right. Some of them are dead on right. Some of them, kind of like everybody else, not exactly right, not even close. And that's the great thing about football, because football is a great equalizer. Football, you can't predict. You can put science to it. You can put the numbers to it. You can look at it and say there's no chance in hell that that can happen. And yet it happens. You can tell me I'm wrong when I'm wrong, and I'll be the first one to tell you I was wrong. I wasn't even close. But the one thing you cannot call me is a liar. I may not be right, but I'm not going to come with you bullshit, and I'm not going to lie to you about stuff. And when somebody goes through and makes a point of trying to say you're a liar, I'm going to call you on it, and I'm going to prove you wrong. And when you're wrong, be a man. Be a grown-ass man and say, you know what? I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. We all make mistakes. But when you make a mistake, it's not the mistake that's the problem. The problem is what you do after the mistake. That's where you're really judged. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Believe me, a lot of them. But I try and learn from them and become a better person. So, this video wasn't really much about football, as it really was just about life. You know, I like to come out here and just reflect. Well, it's time to turn out the lights here, guys. I want you all to know I appreciate each and every one of you guys, even you trolls, because together we all make the world go round. See you in the funny papers.